Hello and good morning. Still morning. It's 11:40 a.m. CST, and this is video log entry 44. So I got up at around 6, so like 6 hours ago, and I kind of did my same patterns. I got up, made some coffee. I kind of checked my Gmail, and I checked some of the websites that I'm looking for jobs and whatnot, just in case if I may have missed anything. And I started just kind of consuming random information as usual. That's how my habits are like typically. And I guess if I have to be a little bit specific, I was looking at intermittent fasting. Just because of some of its health benefits and whatnot. There are a few health benefits that seemed interesting, according to Healthline and like some other doctor they found on YouTube. So I'm going to try that out for a bit and see how that goes. So I'm going to have like a 12 to 6 eating window. I just had eggs right now actually. And I've been slowly taking sodium out of my system. I'm thinking about taking coffee out of my system too. Thinking about it, or maybe I'll transition to tea. Because of, it's not really the caffeine intake. It's for other reasons I don't feel like specifying. Because I don't really care. But I'm just working on like general diet things and whatnot as of now. I've been having a slow paradigm shift, and I've been looking more at the importance of the body and the mind and their connection. I don't know why it took me so long, but I'm here now, so I did not care about my body or my mind when I was younger, or even just a few years ago. But yeah, I'm working on that. But I've been testing. I've been experimenting a little bit, and I've been acting a little bit more discongruent and kind of being myself more and talking to the child and letting him play a little bit. It seems like a lot of people don't like it. I feel a little bit uncomfortable when the child comes out, or when I don't really care. They start throwing insults and whatnot. I had just recently, a few hours ago, somebody insulted my intelligence because I decided to let the child out for a little bit, which was like... Yeah, I mean, it happens, you know. I guess there are like tests that the world wants to see you go through and whatnot. And I kind of wanted to see, I was waiting for that time to happen because I wanted to see what kind of emotions would evoke. I do have the suppression mechanism, I think. Or it's I don't even know. I think this ego that I have is dodging these insults somehow. I don't know how it's working, but... I do also like I do have a physiological response towards insults. Like my chest kind of clumps up a little bit, and my throat it doesn't want to speak up. And then again, like logically, I don't really see a good reason speaking up towards petty insults, so I don't understand why people do it. You know, because usually people who tend to evoke any kind of emotion towards insults typically have a bigger ego that they're not aware of. And for me, I don't know, and I had this same mechanism when I was younger. I just kind of ignored it, but at the same time I pretended to ignore insults, but they still did hurt me, but I just didn't want to I didn't want to evoke a response, and I still have that mechanism of not wanting to evoke a response, so that's why my throat clumps up to not respond to it. And that's probably a reason why I have trouble feeling things, is because I had this defense mechanism of not speaking up and fighting for my own identity, or whatever that identity may be, whether it's my own intelligence or a competency in some domain or whatever it may be. But then again, I think I'm going to have to slowly alleviate that mechanism in my body to then take those physiological responses that are necessary for my progression in this world. So, we'll see. I think I'll just keep being myself, and I'll just keep observing these physiological responses that keep appearing, and in my own mind. It's weird because when I watch my own mind and its emotions and whatnot, it doesn't really have anything. It doesn't get mad. My throat clumps up, but maybe it's something deeper. So I'm going to keep observing it, maybe to see if there are any kind of feelings that come out of it. But as of now, I don't really feel anything. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep accessing that child and acquiring these discongruencies that the world doesn't like for some reason. Or I don't like saying that the world doesn't like, but these agents in this world, when you combat their worldview, they tend to react in unpredictable and very demonic ways. So it's kind of interesting to see them. I'm not sure if they're aware, but maybe I sometimes I wonder if maybe their intelligence is a lot higher than I may imagine, and maybe they're testing me because they want to, based off of because of how aware they may be. Maybe they realize that, because I think I've known somebody like that. They were testing me to a degree, and they knew that they were testing me. It's not that they were completely unaware, but I think they're both sides of the coin and whatnot. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, like it's just interesting to see the dynamics of these things I haven't seen before, and it's slowly progressing. I'm slowly learning. I just sit down for a little bit because I did feel like this heaviness, and then I had to just slow down for a second and realize, okay, well, I can reason through most things. I have this capacity to use logic and reason to then realize that insults don't really have any weight to them, obviously. I mean, I guess you could think of it as stoicism, but at least I don't feel it anymore. My child still gets hurt, though. I can tell he gets hurt still, but my higher self realizes that there's no point in ruminating on these insults that people tend to throw out, because it's either their test conscious. Well, it's always a test, really. It's always a test, whether they're conscious of it or not. It would be interesting to play as the role of the conscious test towards somebody else in this world, but I haven't done that yet. Maybe I will do it someday. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm slowly becoming more aware of the inner workings of the mind and its evocations and whatnot. So yeah. Anyways, I feel more at peace. I feel light. I feel good. Never felt so damn good. Yeah, I keep touching my throat because I'm trying to, I'm still trying to understand why it clumps up right here. It clumps up in my chest because I think part of me wants to say something, but I don't say it, and I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know. But I don't see the thoughts that want to come out. But I think those are just emotional responses that then evoke some kind of verbal backfire towards those stimuli, I guess. But I don't know. I'm going to keep observing, and I'm going to keep learning from these interesting... I think I ran into that girl, Dagger Eyes. I don't know why I called her Dagger Eyes, but I think it was him. I'm not 100% sure, but they were looking down at their phone. I think I was looking around, and they were walking by me on the sidewalk because I went for a walk, and I wanted to look at the lake for a little bit. And they looked at their phone before I looked back at them, so it was hard to tell. But they had like these little retro, I guess they were kind of like retro, like the blue tinted sunglasses on their head. So they didn't have them on, but I don't know why they had their sunglasses out when it was cloudy. I guess just in case the clouds disappear. Yeah. Yes, I don't know. I don't know if that was them or not, but it was hard to tell. But they had the same short hair. I would know if I saw their eyes, but their eyes were looking down. So because I would just know if I looked at their eyes, because the way they looked at me that one time. I still don't know how to explain it. It was like they were looking right through me, not right through my facade, I guess would be the right way to say it. Not my own existence, but it was interesting. That was an interesting connection. Yeah, I don't know. Like it matters. I don't know why I'm thinking about it so much. So I feel pretty good. I'm going to work on my resume today a little bit. And I think I'll try to finish it. I don't know. I'm still tired. I think it's because of all this stuff I've been slowly unraveling in my own mind. It's been really hard to focus on anything outside of my own, what's in here, right? So, once I figure all this stuff out, I think I'll be more, I'll have more of an externalized existence. I'm hoping. It'll just take some time, like anything else. I've been feeling good. Like I said, I'm going to try out intermittent fasting. I've heard of it, the first time I heard about it was 6 years ago. and the person that I was currently dating was trying it out, and they told me about it, and they wanted to try it out. I currently wasn't interested in it because I just didn't care. But now I care more because I'm slowly fixing these things in my head. It's taken a while, but I'm getting there. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to work out, again, like I said, I'm going to work on my resume, and then I'm going to have my tutoring thing, orientation at 6 CST, and then I have my meeting at 2 CST tomorrow. So I have a few things to do. I still haven't gone to the DMV, but I'm going to do that this week. I think I'm going to do it the day after, just so I don't overwhelm myself, because, again, my mind is still processing a lot of things that I am slowly coming to awareness of. But yeah, I don't know. It's all really cool stuff. I don't know. I've been looking at all of this stuff because, like, I do have my scientist mind that I get from my dad, because he's also an observer of the world. Because he's also really good at detaching himself from his own mind. And yeah, I've just been looking at it as a science experiment to see how the mind works towards certain stimuli responses and whatnot. So, and I also like seeing how other people, agents in this world, respond to my own I don't know, like data transfer towards them, if you want to think of it like that. I can't think of the right word, but whatever. Anyways, I'm sure you guys understand. Yeah, you know, I think that's it for now. I was also looking at like random spirituality things, but like the way my mind works is that, like I'm just really bad at like just focusing on one thing, so I tend to like let my mind absorb it subconsciously to an extent, and also I can put myself to more consciously process it depending on what it is, but sometimes it tends to disappear. My consciousness goes somewhere else at times, and sometimes I let it be. Sometimes I tell myself I have to focus on the given task or the information that's being presented to me, but it all kind of depends on the circumstances and whatnot. But for something like this, I think spirituality is at least the introduction to spirituality is a very light theory for the most part. At least my frameworks and my abstractions that I have in here tend to understand it well. My pre-constructed frameworks that I tend to employ on new information that is being put into my mind tend to work with it well. I haven't needed to. I haven't been modifying those frameworks as much, because I've had these frameworks for mathematics and set theory and whatnot to understand how at least a person that I'm listening to about spirituality from a more abstracted point of view is talking about it. So it's been working out. So anyways, I think I'm going to go now, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. Bye.